What's up guys, my name is Allison and welcome to my channel. Today I have a review for the Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Serum Foundation. It is a gel foundation and it's supposed to be 16 hours of radiance boosting, even revived complexion. So this foundation has been around for quite a while. I remember seeing it back on OG YouTube back in the day, and I believe it is a UK drugstore kind of foundation, so if you want to get it in the US or elsewhere, then I think you have to order it online, which is what I did. So just to give you a little bit of background, my skin type is fairly dry and I am also fungal acne prone, which means I can't use a lot of ingredients that are in skincare because they will feed the fungus that is in your skin. And that is basically what drew me to this foundation, because it is probably like one of the only foundations on a list of fungal acne safe base products that I saw that was a like lightweight dewy kind of finish of a foundation. So that's basically why I got this. So I have been using this foundation for a couple weeks now, but I just wanted to film a full review for you guys because I feel like there are a couple of older reviews out there on YouTube, but I just wanted to give a fresh perspective because a lot of new products have come out since then. So since this is a product review, I'm just gonna pull up the information of the product on the brand's website. The features and benefits of this are that it has a pump dispenser, which is great. It has up to 16 hours of radiant complexion. It erases skin imperfections and signs of fatigue. It's enriched with vitamin-rich lychee, pomegranate, and goji extracts that instantly revive the complexion. It has an instant blending gel texture that allows for an even natural finish with no mask effect. And it's suitable for all skin types, even combination skin. So I will say that the main downside of this foundation right off the bat is that there are 4 dismal shades, and that means that a lot of people probably won't be able to use this foundation, which is really unfortunate. But luckily they have a shade that matches me pretty well. I'm using 52 Vanilla, which is their second lightest shade. Oh, and the amount of product that you get here is 30 milliliters or 1 fluid ounce. Packaging wise, I really like this foundation. It's just a plastic pump bottle that's really easy to use. It doesn't get too messy, and I feel like the formulation of the product works well with a pump. I did just film the application process of me putting on the foundation, but I forgot to show the actual texture of the product, so let me just go ahead and pump some out. So it's like quite a liquidy texture. So I wouldn't say it's like super thin, but it is a liquidy, runny type of foundation that has, I would say, like light medium coverage. So yeah, I think that's it for now. Let's jump into the application process and the full review. Alright, excuse my messy background. I've been meaning to put up like a gallery wall above my vanity for the longest time, and I haven't gotten to it, so we're just gonna roll with it. So this is what my bare skin looks like. I have a nice glow because I just put on my skincare, but now I'm just gonna go into the foundation. So I've been using this foundation for a couple of weeks now, and I normally have been applying it with, or the only way I have applied it so far is just purely with a beauty sponge. But today I thought I should test it out with a makeup brush. This is the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I'm just gonna see if I can get some more coverage out of it, and hopefully I'll be able to tell better how the foundation wears, because I honestly haven't noticed any like huge issues with the wear time. But since this is a review video, I wanted to make it pretty thorough and kind of do some like wear test check-ins. So I'm just gonna spread it evenly across the face. I might get a little bit more foundation, but just gonna buff it in with this brush. And to be honest, I normally prefer just applying any of my base products with a sponge. I think I'll still go on top of this with a sponge later. I'm gonna try to build this up a little bit more. I have like a red spot peeking through. You can definitely see any of my spots and my skin peeking through quite a bit, but that's what I like about this foundation, honestly. I feel like I have dry skin and I just don't want to wear anything that's going to emphasize dryness or look too heavy on the skin. So I'm just going to try to build this up a little bit more. I still have a bit of foundation on my hand still, but I think this is enough. I feel like you can really see the streak marks with this brush. I don't know. This is why I don't like using brushes. I'm going to take my sponge, pat the product into my skin a little bit more to soak up the extra product and kind of press it into the skin. So yeah, already I like how it looks a lot better after going over it with this sponge. Alright, so this is how my skin looks with just the foundation on. I'm not sure how well you're going to see this on camera, but I can see a bit more coverage than what I normally would put on, but it definitely still looks like skin. So I think you can build it up a little bit, but I wouldn't expect this foundation to be able to get you full coverage. You can definitely see all my freckles and like some of my acne spots. So it's not going to cover everything, but I really like how it evened out my skin tone and looks like skin. It gave me a nice dewy finish, and I'm liking how my base looks so far. So now I'm just going to go in with a bit of concealer to conceal the rest of the spots that I want to. I'm going to be going in with 2 concealers today actually. I've been really liking using the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer under my eyes. It also works for spots too, but the coverage just isn't as high. And then the Dewy Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer I'm just going to use on spot. Alright, so this is the base all concealed. I'm not going to try to make everything perfect. I feel like this is pretty good for me. The majority of things are covered, and I'm liking how the base looks. So honestly, I don't really know if this foundation needs to be set because it doesn't feel very tacky or anything on the skin. There's like a little bit of tackiness, but I feel like it's not like it's gonna slip and slide around my face. But in order for your makeup to last like all day, I do feel like setting it would definitely help, and I feel like the majority of people set their makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of powder. The one that I really like using is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I just have this little mini one. So I'm just gonna apply it, not to the entire face, but probably the under eyes and maybe the cheeks and places where I've concealed. Alright, so now that the base is pretty much complete, as you can see, the powder didn't really take away all of the shine, but I did set in certain areas. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up my makeup off camera, and then I will come back. Alright, here is the final makeup look. I just went in with my ColourPop Sweet Talk eyeshadow palette and did this kind of peachy orangey look, and I do like how my skin looks, especially on camera. I think while I was finishing up my makeup, I did notice that the foundation was clinging to more dry patches than usual, but I honestly think that's because I ended up using a brush instead of just the sponge, and that's why there are a couple more dry patches that are visible on my skin. But yeah, since I have been using the foundation for a couple of weeks now, and this isn't like a first impressions kind of video, I do know how it performs usually. So I mean, honestly, I'm just looking at this little screen on my camera and my skin looks pretty good and glowy now that the light is like facing this way, but I am kind of tempted to go in with a setting spray, but I'm going to refrain from doing that just because I feel like that might affect how the foundation wears on its own, and hopefully I can do a good wear test for those of you who don't usually apply a setting spray. Let me see if I can do a close-up and show you the dry patches. Okay, so this is getting really close, but I'm not even sure if you can see it on camera, but there's a little bit of dryness right here. This is usually where I get my dryness, and then it's most noticeable right here in between my eyebrows. So Honestly, you can't really tell unless you get super close, but that's how it is, and I don't always get those dry patches, so just FYI. But yeah, overall I am happy with how my makeup looks, and I will be checking in with you guys today on how the foundation holds up. Hello, time for a check-in. It is 2:33, so it's been like 4 hours since I've had my makeup on. I just looked in the mirror on my car, and I don't know if something is breaking me out, because I feel like these little bumps weren't here before. Maybe it was my concealer, but anyway, I feel like the rest of my face looks okay. I feel like you can see the separation around my nose and kind of right here, but I think there was already a little bit of that before. Again, it's a little dry in between my eyebrows, but besides that, I think it's holding up pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? How does it look? I feel like it looks pretty good for 4 hours, you know? I'm just gonna go grab some boba, and then we're gonna head home, and then I'll have a final check-in at the end of the day. Alright, here is the final check-in for the day. I'm about to take off my makeup. It's like 9:45 p.m. so I've had this on for almost 12 hours, so I feel like, I mean, it doesn't look the best. I don't know if you'll be able to see, but I feel like the center of my face has definitely gone kind of dry and separated, and I don't think it looks that great around the nose and in between my brows, but that was pretty existent. It's kind of come off on my forehead, I feel like. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most long-wearing foundation, but I think for the finish and the coverage, it's pretty good for an everyday foundation in my opinion. But that's all for this review. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!